Right, we have with us at this point this discussion on the annual national assessment grade 7 mathematics test, 2 hours, 100 marks. Okay, so let's get started. Right, we are here. Can you hear me? I need to confirm that. Are you able to
Yes,
hear
sir, I can
me,
hear you.
Lindsay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and the screen is visible to you. Are you able to see the screen very well?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. I need to confirm you have an exercise book and a pen with you. Do you have?
Yes, sir.
You have, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Because I want you to scribble, to write something down. This is like a test that I brought today. Right. The instructions to the learner, you need to be able to read all the instructions carefully. Question 1 consists of multiple choice questions. You must circle the letter of the correct answer. Answer questions 2 to 8 in the spaces provided. All working must be shown, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Here is a practice question. Let's look at the practice question. Circle the letter of the correct answer. The next number in the sequence 1, 3, 5, 7 is what? Is it 8? Is it 12? Is it 16? Is it 9? So your answer is correct if you circled D. So they gave the answer as D. And obviously at this point, what is important is to actually circle the D like that. So obviously you could see that the difference at this point here, what is happening is +2, then there is +2, and then there is +2. And then obviously now a +2 would yield a 9 and therefore D. Okay. We get to the real stuff and it was just a recap on the kinds of things we've been doing. Let's look at question 1. The lowest common multiple of 5 and 7 is what? Is it 5? Is it 35? Is it 12? Is it 7? What do you think?
Sir, it's 35.
35. Well done. We encircle that one. Next question. Right. In 6x plus 2, the variable is which one?
6.
The variable is x.
Oh.
The variable is x. Next question. 1.3. 32 written as a product of its prime factors is what? Is it A, 1 times 32, B, 2 times 16, C, 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, D, 2 times 4 times 4? 32 written as a product of its prime factors is what? What do you think?
Sir, is it 1 times 32?
Obviously, we are speaking about
Okay.
prime factors. So prime factors means that we are speaking about prime numbers. What are prime numbers? Prime numbers are the numbers beginning with 2, then 3, then 5, then 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and so on. Okay, so you have exactly these here. Okay, and these are actually the prime numbers. Okay, yeah, hello, my dear. All right, yeah, okay. Is it possible that you give me a few minutes or is urgent? Yeah, because I'm having a class now, you know. I mean, if it's not urgent, yeah. Okay, thanks, my dear. Okay, my dear. Okay, right. So now, if you look at 32, written as a product of its prime factors. This is something we discussed, but we need to recap on that one. So now these are the prime numbers: 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, and so on. But I must indicate that there are certain numbers that are called odd numbers. And the odd numbers are not prime, like your 1 is odd, then 3, then 5, then 7, then 9, then 11, then 13. So odd numbers are those that are not divisible by 2. But the primes are actually those numbers that are divisible by 1 and themselves only with no remainder. Okay, so that is the thing. So let's look at this now. Okay, so we continue. We continue. We continue. Right, so if you look at the number 32, for example, if you divide 32 by 2, what do you get? You get 16. You divide 16 by 2, what do you get?
8.
Get 8. You divide by 2, what do you get? 4. You divide 4 by 2, what do
9.
you get? 2. You divide 2 by 2, what do you get? You get a
1.
like that. So that the prime factorization of 32 is equal to 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. So it is actually 2 times 2 times 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 4, 5. So 32 written as a product of its prime factors is 2, 4, 5 of them. So the answer is what? Is C. Are we together?
Yes, sir.
Okay, next question. What percentage is 1,200 of 5,000? Is it A, 24%, B, 50%?
Sir, is it
Which one? What do you think?
Sir, is it A? 24%?
Okay, let's check that one. So to do that one, you'd have to take 1,200. And you divide it by 5,000. And then you multiply by 100%. What's the answer? So 1,200. You divide it by 5,000. What's the answer? It's actually 24%. And the answer is A. Next question. What is the value of 3 minus k over 2 if k equals 4? Is it A, the number 4, B, the number 1, C, the number 2, D, the number minus 2? Which one? Your thoughts? Which one?
Sir, is it C?
Please come again.
C.
Okay. Never mind. So we're practicing. We're practicing. So we're not fault hunting. It's not a witch hunt. So it's minus, what is K? K is 4. Wherever there is
4.
K, you put 4. And this is called substitution. It's called substitution. So now you divide these here in the place of, because you have the value of 3 minus K over 2. 3 minus K over 2, but K is 4. Wherever there is K, you substitute 4. So it is substitution. Substitution. So now you have 3 minus 2. What is 3 minus 2?
1.
It's 1. So which one is the answer? B. Okay, we have done substitution before, and you're going to recap on substitution together. But today I'm trying to assess and see your readiness for assessments and exams. 1.6 is next. We did quadrilaterals yesterday. We did the triangles. We did rectangles. We did the triangular patterns, the square pattern, the rectangular pattern, the pentagonal pattern, and so on. But if you look at 1.6, a quadrilateral in which all 4 sides are equal is called a what? A rectangle, a parallelogram, a rhombus, a kite. Which one?
So
Please come again.
is it a rectangle?
Okay. A rectangle is long. So, like this. This one is a rectangle. A parallelogram is just like so. This is a parallelogram, this one. Then this one is a rhombus. All the sides are equal. But here also in a rectangle, all the interior angles are 90. Here the opposite angles are equal to each other. Here the opposite angles in a rhombus are equal to each other. So this is equal to this one. Then you have a kite. Like this, kite. This one is a kite. So in your view, which one has all 4 sides equal? It is a rhombus. It is a rhombus because a rectangle, it's long. Opposite sides are equal, but not all 4. Obviously, we agree that if you have a square, for example, in a square, all the sides are equal like this. In a square, all the sides are what? Are equal. All right. So a quadrilateral in which all 4 sides are equal is called a what? It's called a rhombus. Next question. A set of points with a definite starting point and no definite end point is called a what? A line segment, a ray, a straight line, a perpendicular line. What do you think?
So is it called? Wait, it is a set of points with different stuff.
Please come again.
Is it called a? Is it called a ray?
Yes. A set of points with a definite starting point and no definite end point. Obviously, a line segment means this. A ray means, a line means, okay, and a perpendicular line means. So if you look at a set of points with a definite starting point and no definite end point, there's a starting point but no endpoint, it would be a ray. You get the point?
Yes, sir.
It would be a ray. 1.8. 1.8. We have this shape here. In the above figure, WX and ZY are perpendicular line segments. Okay.
I think these are.
Yeah, in the shape, in this figure, WX and ZY are perpendicular line segments. Parallel line segments, intersecting line segments, vertical line segments. What do you think?
So are these perpendicular line segments?
Okay, let's look at, this is WX and ZY. What we're talking about? WX and ZY. Here is WX. Here is ZY. What are these things for, these symbols? What do they mean?
So
What do these symbols mean? These arrows, what do they mean? These arrows. They mean parallel lines.
two.
They mean parallel what? Lines.
Parallel
So I do
lines.
these and we look at these and we say these are parallel what? Parallel lines. Okay, now what are perpendicular lines? Perpendicular lines are like this. So these are perpendicular what? Lines, but these ones are called parallel what? Parallel lines. These are perpendicular. So in the figure, what do you think about WX and ZY? Are they parallel or perpendicular?
They are parallel.
The parallel lines. So in particular, they are parallel line segments. They're parallel line segments. Next question. The perimeter of a regular pentagon with one side equal to 5 is what? Is it A, 25, B, 5, C, 35, D, 30? Which one? Okay, think about it. I'm coming. Hello, my dear. Where's your mom, Muratili? Where's your mom? Okay. Okay, you're still here. What do you think the answer is?
So is it 25?
It is 25 because we're speaking about the regular pentagon, and pentagon means we have 5. So this one is a regular pentagon, regular meaning the sides are all equal. What about a hexagon?
So would it be 30?
Yes. So this is a hexagon. All right, if it's regular, then all the sides are what? Are equal to each other. So this one, it's a pentagon, which means you have 5 sides times 5 centimeters, like 5 centimeters here, 5 centimeters, 5 centimeters, 5 centimeters, 5 centimeters. So we have 5 by 5, which is 25 centimeters. So the answer is A. All right, what about 1.10? We did this one yesterday. X and Y. X is 1, Y is 4. X is 2, Y is 5. X is 3, Y is 6. X is 4, Y is 7. The relationship between X and Y is what? Is it A, Y equals 5X, B, Y equals 3X, C, Y equals X plus 4, D, Y equals X plus 3?
So is it B?
Anyway, at this point, what you need to look at is the Y's. What, is there any difference here? So you need to also look at the fact that now X is, so you have X and the position. So you can see that here there is just a difference of 1 plus 1. What is the relationship between X and Y? We could see that if X is 1, Y is 4. So, and obviously you can see that there is a plus 3. Here, plus 3. There, plus 3. So you can see that Y increases by 3. So what you can see is that for every X, there's just a plus 3, even here. 3, then plus 3. Here also plus 3. Which means Y is X plus what? X plus 3.
Wait, 3.
Yeah, X plus 3. So which one is the correct answer? D. That is the relationship between X and Y. Because if X is 1, put it here. X is 1. Okay, this is you are suggesting that formula. X is 1, but you're suggesting this. So X is 1, which is what? 1 plus 3. What is 1 plus 3?
4.
X is 2, which is 2 plus 3. What is 2 plus 3?
5.
X is 3. So what is, in the place of X, you put 3. In the place of X, you put 3. What is 3 plus 3?
6.
So this is the formula. This is the formula. So because if you try A, if X is 1, you put here. What is 5 times 1? It's 5. But this is not 5.
Yeah.
It must give us the Y. So here X is 1, you put it here. What is 3 times 1? It's 3.
3.
It can't work because this is 4. When X is 1, Y must be 4. You suspect this one. When X is 1, you substitute here. What is 1 plus 4?
5.
It is 5. You get the point? So you see that okay.
Yes, sir.
All right, Lindsay. Next question. Okay, we're done with multiple choice. Now we come into the long ones. Calculate without using calculator. Show the calculation steps where needed. Okay. What do you think the answer is to this one?
I see.
So it's 1643, 884. We have 206, 262. Then you put a 0 here. Okay, we are adding. What is 6 plus 4? It's 10. So you bring down 0, then you carry 1.
10.
Okay, 8 plus 0 is 8. Plus 1, 9. 2 plus 8 is 10. You bring down 0, then you carry 1. 3 plus 2 is 5, 6. 4 plus 3, 4 plus 6 is 10. Bring down 0 and you carry 1. Here, 9. Here, 1. Who is it? Simang. All right. Okay, that's fine. Any question on that one, Lindsay?
No, sir.
Okay, so that's about the answer. Okay, that's the answer. So you come here and then say this one here is equal to exactly 1906. Then it is 090. Next. This one divided by 31. What do you think the answer is?
Calculating.
You have 6517, you divide by 31. 31 goes how many times into 6? It doesn't go. 31 goes how many times into 65? It divides 62. Okay, you see that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, so you're looking at 6517. So you need to look at this and then say 31 goes how many times into 65? Right, so it divides 65 because it goes to 62. In which case it goes 2 times. And what is actually 31 times 2? It's 62. And then you subtract. What is 65 minus 62? It is 3, but there is you bring down the 1 and the 7. Now 31 goes how many times into 31? Goes once. 31 times 1. It's actually 31. So you subtract here, you have a 0 for the 31, and then there is a 7. 31 goes how many times into 7? It doesn't go. So now it means, therefore, when you, okay, because you realize that 31 goes how many times into 7? It goes actually 0 times. And so when you multiply 31 by 0, you get a 0, which is 7. So in the end, what you're seeing here, so you have 6517 divided by 31, which is 210. Remainder 7 out of 31. 7 divided by 31. All right. So that becomes the answer. Any question?
No, sir.
You're gonna meet in the exam. So I'm trying to prepare you. Because if you can understand all these questions, then you're pretty fine. Because what you're gonna see there is war. It's a big fight. It is a big, big fight. Okay, are you okay? Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
X 2.1.3. 315 times 236. What's the answer? Right. So
Sir, is the answer
315? Yeah. What do you think?
74,340?
34. Okay. 340. Is that what you think? Is that what you got? Like this?
No, sir.
How is it? Is it
Sir, the answer.
343? Is it 340 or what is it? Please read it digit by digit.
No, sir. I got 74.
You got 74. Then what?
3
Okay.
40.
Okay. Let me check. I'm checking. Yeah, that's right. So what we're having here is that we have 315, then 236. What is 6 by 5? 6 by 5 is 30.
30.
So bring down 0, then you carry what? Then you carry 3. Right. What is 6 by 1?
6.
What is 6 by 1? It's 7. It's actually 6 plus 3. What is 6 plus 3? You get a 9.
9.
6 by 3, it's 18. And then now you come and then say, what is 3 by 5?
50. I
It's
mean,
15. So bring down 5, then you carry 1. 3 by 1 is 3 plus 1, 4. 3 by 3, 9. 2 by 5. What you get 2 by 5? It's 10. So you bring down 0, then you carry a 1. And then 2 by 1 is actually 3. It's actually 2. Plus 1, you get a 3. 2 by 5 gives you a 6. So if you add all this, you balance. Let me see. You can balance like this, and then you put addition. 0. You add these two guys, they give you 14. You bring down 4, then you carry 1. These two guys here, they give you 12 plus 1 is 13. You bring down 3, then you carry 1. This is 14. Bring down 4, then you carry 1, 7. So it is actually 74340. So that's the correct answer. 315 times 236. Next. What about 2.1.4? What's the answer? What is the answer? This one, 2.1.4. Are you able to see the question?
Yes, sir.
What's the answer?
Says it 8.
Yes, it is 8. Because the number 2 to the power 3 is the same as 2 times 2 times 2, 3 times. Power 1, power 1, power 1. And the number 1 to the power 4 is 1 times 1, 4 times. So 2 times 2 is 4 times 2 is 8 by 1. What is 8 by 1? It's 8.
8.
You get the point?
Yes, sir.
Next question. 2.1.5. What is the answer? The square root of 144 plus 30 plus 6 squared. What's the answer?
Let's calculate. So is it 48?
Mm-hmm. Yes, it's 48. How did you get 48? I'm interested in knowing.
Let's see.
48 is the correct answer, but how?
Well, what goes into? So a number that multiplies itself that twice to get to 144.
Saying what?
So I used the number that multiplies itself twice to get to 144.
I'm trying to, I was distracted. So I was trying to listen to how you got the answer. And I missed part of your answer. Please say again.
So I just I got the number that that multiplies itself to get to 144.
Yeah.
Then
Yeah, I was saying, how did you get the answer? Okay, obviously here you need to get the square root. This is called the square root.
144 times 2.
Called the square what? Root.
So
you put the number 144 here. You divide 144 by 2. What is 144 divided by 2?
is it 72?
72 divided by 2, what is it? What is 6 divided by 2?
Is it
18 divided by 2?
9?
9 divided by 3?
3?
3 divided by 3?
1?
All right, so which means now we want to find the square root of this. So the square root is going to be the product of two numbers from the prime factorization. So first you need to write 144 is equal to this times this times this times that, you know. So it is 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. How many times? 4 times. Then times 3 times 3. You get the point?
Yes, sir.
Then now you need to try to group these so that it is two numbers. When you multiply them, they give 144, but those numbers are equal to each other. You will see that if you group this one here, there are 2 2s and 1 3. So if you take 2 2s and 1 3 and another 2 2s, you group them with 1 3. So you group like this and then you group like so. So you have this grouping. And then what is 4 times 3?
12.
Yeah, so in other words, if you get the square root of 144 is the same as 12 squared. Okay, the square root removes the square and you just get 12. So that here when you come here, 144 is just 12. 36 6 squared is a 7. 6 times 6. What is 6 times 6?
36.
12 plus 36 is what? It's 48. And hence that's why I said you were right. I said you were what? You were
All
right.
right. Mhm.
Okay. Next. 2.1.6. What's the answer? 3 over 5 times 7 over 6. What's the answer?
Three times 6. 6 is 80. 8 times
I'm trying to train you so that you can be good in math. You get the point? This is training.
So is it 18 over 35?
Okay, let's check. 3 goes how many times into 6? So that here you have 1 over 5 times 7 over 2. Because here then is 1. Because the 3 divides 6 and then you're left with 1 there. What is 1 by 7? The answer is what? 7 out of 10. Okay, try the next one. 2.1.7. Okay, what's the answer? What is 0, 1, 2 divided by 4? What's the answer? 0, 0, 1, 2 divided by 4. What's the answer? What do you think?
Is it 0,001?
That's a question. Is it 0,001? Okay, there are a couple of ways to do this question. Because you're going to divide this one that has 1, 2, 3 decimal places. By this one that has 1 decimal place. Rather, 0 decimal place. There's no decimal here. So what you do is you need to take the usual division method, and you have 0,012, and you divide by the number 4. Like that. So you can divide straight away and say 0 divided by 4. It's 0. 4 by 0, it's 0. Then you can bring down the rest of these. You can bring down, you can rather balance the rest of these with zeros. Balance them with zeros. And then obviously at this point, you would have a 0 there. But when you have a 0 here, that's going to come. Normally, you can omit that. And then now you actually can always look at the decimal point that is actually obviously can be put there. Then you can look at 0, 1, 2, and you divide 0 by 4. It becomes 0, 4 by 0. You have 0, you balance. You subtract 0, 0, and then you have 1, 2. Right, so you can go on to divide 1 by 4, get a 0. And then 4 by 0, you have a 0. You balance. Then you divide 12 by 4, you get a 3. And 4 by 3, 12. 0. So, I mean, it is possible to then say this divided by that is 0.003. But there's another way to do the question. So you can take the 0,012, you multiply. How many decimal places? 1, 2, 3. 1, 1, 2, 3. So you have 0. You multiply by 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Right, so you can just do that, and then you still keep the division by 4. So this one is like 1,000 over 1,000. So yeah, you can write like that. You can still write like so, 1,000. So you just squeeze this here, and you divide by 4. And then here it's 1, 1, 2, 3 over 1,000. So when you get to this point, what do? You then say 12 over 1,000. Okay, you divide by 4 over 1, so you multiply by 1 over 4. 4 goes how many times into 12? 3 times. Using 3 at off, 1,000. So if you divide the 3 by 1,000, you move the decimal place, the decimal point, several places to the left. So the decimal place is normally sitting here if it's not visible. So you count 1, 2, 3. So it's going to be sitting somewhere there. So that it's 0.003. So that the answer is the same there. Okay, so you can have that kind of thing. You can have that kind of stuff. All right. Next question. Let's look at 2.1.8. What is the answer to 2.1.8? 100 minus 12 divided by 8 plus 4. What's the answer?
Mm. Shit.
What do you think? What rule are you going to use to solve this question? What rule are you going to use to solve this question?
Bodmas.
Bodmer's, well done.
So Bodmas.
You're going to use Bodmer's rule. Well done. Bodmer's. Okay, so what's the answer? I'm trying to train you, you'll forgive me.
Brackets. 4. So is the answer 99?
Okay, let's check. I did not work it out before. Right, so Bodmer says that first you need to get rid of the brackets. So, which means that this is 100 minus 12. What is 8 plus 4?
12.
Then it says brackets off, then division. So you're going to do the division. So what is 12 divided by 12?
1.
1. You can just write 100 minus 12 divided by 12 is 199. You said 199, right?
Yes, sir.
You were so right. You were so right. Next one. Write 1,6 as an improper fraction in the simplest form. What do you think?
So is it 3/1?
Okay, let's check. Write this one, 1,6 as a what? As an improper fraction in simplest form. What did you say the answer, please? I need to make sure that I heard you well.
So I said 3/1.
You said 3/1. So now, then you have 1,6. Okay, so we're going to check your answer. So, but first you need to take the 1,6, then you take the 1,6, you multiply it by, you need to move the decimal place, how many places? Once. So that's one way. So 10 out of 10. Because once, 1 0. If you move it 2 places, you multiply by 100 over 100 because there's 2 zeros, it's going to move it like 2 places. So this one is 10, it's going to move it once. So that you have 16. 16 out of 10. So now, this one you divide by to the lowest terms. If you divide 16 by 2, it becomes 8. And you divide this one by 2, it becomes 5. So the answer is 8 out of 5. But you can write it as an improper fraction in its simplest form. This is the improper fraction. Okay, this is an improper fraction. This one is also improper, but it's not in its simplest form. Not in the simplest form. So this one is in the simplest form. Next question. Okay, let me give you an exercise. 0,75. Write it. Let me say 1,75. 1,75. Can you write this one as an improper fraction in its simplest form? 1,75. Give me the answer, please.
Okay.
You done?
No, sir.
Okay.
So is the answer 87 over 5?
Let's check. So you take the 1,75 and you multiply it by, you must move the decimal place once, twice, 2 places. So you must multiply by 100. You must divide by 100. 2 places, 100 just 2 zeros. 3 places would be like 1,003 zeros. So now if multiply by 100 here, it's going to move 2 places. 175 over, that is this times 100, then you divide by 100. 25, you can divide by 25 here. 25 goes how many times into 100? 4 times.
Okay.
25 goes how many times into 175? 175 has,
55.
what do you think? It has 100 and then also has 75. So 25 goes how many times into 100? It goes 4 times. Here it goes 3 times. So it means that it goes 7 times. So this one would be the answer. So 1,75 would be 7 over 4. You get the point?
Yes, sir.
So next. A group of, are you able to see 2.3?
Yes, sir.
A group of 25 grade 7 learners watched a soccer match. The ratio of the number of boys to the number of girls was 2:3. How many boys were there? A group of 25 grade 7 learners watched a soccer match. The ratio of the number of boys to the number of girls was 2:3. How many boys were there? What is the answer? How many boys were there? Were they 1 million or they were 1 billion or they were 1 trillion?
What is it? Was it? Were there 12 boys?
Okay, that's fine. It's a good try. So what we do now is to say if the ratio is 2:3, it means that you're speaking of 2x to 3x. 2x to what? To 3x. You just put x there. And then now you're going to add these and say 2x plus 3x is equal to how many of the learners? 25. What is 2x plus 3x?
It's
5x, which equals
5x.
25. So you divide the left and divide the what? The right. What is 25 divided by 5? X is 5.
5.
So if they ask, how many boys were there? Because this is the ratio of the number of boys to the number of girls. So these are the boys and these are the girls. So which means that if they want the boys will be like 2x. So it's 2 times 5. What is 2 times 5? 10 boys.
10.
The girls would be like 3x. Ratio of the number of boys to the number of the girls. The girls are 3x, which is 3 by 5. What is 3 by 5?
50.
Which is 15 girls.
15 girls.
So there were 10 boys. There were 10 boys, 15 girls. 15 girls. But also there's another way to do it, Lindsay. You can also say a group of 25 grade 7 learners. So you can take the 25 and multiply by this thing, this ratio. So because now it's 25 grade 7 learners, then we have the ratio of the number of boys to the number of the what? Of the girls. So it's boys to girls. And you want how many boys? So you put the boys on top. So the boys divided by the girls. Right, so you deal with the boys divided by the girls, 3. So obviously this ratio here, what it gives us a percentage. It gives us a percentage. So in other words, you can multiply these by like 100%. So that you have 25 times. What is the percentage here? So when I take like 2 divided by 3 times 100, which is like 66.67%. So you multiply these by 25. And these 66%, what is 66%? Or equivalently, 66% is the same as right, like 2 divided by 3, which is 0.667. Then you have 25 times 0.667. So that you'll get approximately you'll get 16.68 approximately. So right, so in percentage terms, and then if you do it the other way around, times 3, 2 out of 3. 2 out of 3 is, you divide 2 by 3, you get 1.5. And then if it's 1.5, then you have 25 times 1.5. What's the answer?
37.5.
You'd get like a 37.50. Okay, so what is the best way to do the question? So this is actually the best way to do the question. But you can explore other ways to do the question. But surely that is certainly the best way to do this question, to use the X method. So you can use the X method to do this question. Okay, so we continue. We continue. Yes, my dear. Later on, my dear. Okay, fine, my dear. Let's look at 2.4. Calculate 10% of 15,000. That is 15 Rand. Looks like 15 Rand. It's 15 Rand, in fact, not anything else. It's 15 Rand. Okay, so what is 10% of 15 Rand? What do you think the answer is?
Is it isn't it 20?
Okay, so you take 15 Rand times 10%. 10% is 10 over 100.
50. I mean 100, yeah.
Okay, well, percent means over 100. So you can deal with this. There are many ways to do this. Like you can divide through and say 15 times 10. What is 15 times 10?
It's 150.
Now you can do one like 150, then you divide by 100. It's the easiest one. When you're dealing percentages, you keep the denominator as 100, and then you move the decimal place 2 places. So it's here now. 1, 2, 1, 2. It's 1 rand what? It's like, it's 1 rand 50. It's 1 rand 50, so you can put a comma like the way they're writing. So it's 1 rand 50. So in other words, if you take it's 1 rand 50. So 10% of that is 1 rand what? 50. Next question.
And
Okay, if you look at this one, John traveled by car at an average speed of 80 kilometers per hour for 4.5 hours. Calculate how far he traveled. What do you think the answer is? How far? The distance. How far? Are you done?
No.
All right. I'm trying to train your mind so that your mind can be used to these things, okay?
Did he travel 44 kilometers?
Let's check. Okay, John traveled by car at an average speed of these per hour. Calculate how far you traveled. So you need to use a triangle here. There's a triangle like this, where we say speed is distance over time. So what do we want? How far? We want the distance. So which means that the distance is equal to what? It's equal to speed times time. Or you can do speed, okay, it's not what they want here. But if you read off the formula for speed, the speed is distance over time. Or you can do time. Time is distance over speed. Now, we just want only this one. So these things are out. So distance. What is the speed? Times time. John traveled by car at an average speed of 80 kilometers per hour. So that is the speed. The speed is 80. And then the time is 4.5 hours. So what is the distance here? So the distance is actually 80 multiplied by, what is 4.5? 4.5 is 4 times 2. 4 times 2 plus 1. What is 4 times 2? It's 8 plus 1. 9 out of 2. And 2 goes how many times into 80? You get 40.
We'll take.
by 9. What is 40 times 9?
$360.
Yeah. Well done, 360. But you are saying how far, and they're using kilometers per hour. So it means that this guy traveled in kilos. He traveled in kilometers. He traveled in kilometers. He traveled in kilometers. So you have 40 by 9. Okay. That's 80 by 40.5. By 4.5. 80 by 4.5. Okay, you understand? Any question?
No, sir.
Can you calculate the speed? Calculate his speed. We are saying John traveled by car at an average speed of this. Calculate John's speed, his speed. Please give me the answer. What is his speed? What formula would you use to calculate the speed? What formula?
Um,
What formula would you use to calculate the speed? What formula would you use to calculate the speed? What is the formula for speed? Speed is equal to what?
Time. Wait, no. Distance.
What is the formula for calculating speed? What do you think the formula for calculating speed is?
Not sure.
Speed is distance over time. Speed is distance over time. What is the formula for calculating time? Well, according to this, what's the formula for calculating time?
Time by distance and speed.
Please come again.
Time by distance and speed.
Time is distance over speed. Time is distance over speed.
Speed.
So can you use this formula to calculate the time for me? This formula. Time equals distance over speed. So you can look at the triangle. S equals d over t. Time is distance over speed. Can you use this formula to calculate time? Tell me the time according to this formula. John traveled, but how much time did it take according to this formula, please? What is the time?
4.5 hours. Distance.
Are you done? What is the time?
I'm struggling a bit.
Okay, that's fine. But look, to find the time, use a formula that says time is distance over speed. So what is the distance? The distance is actually 80. And what is the speed? Hey, anyway, 80 kilometers per hour is the speed. Right, is the speed. So I wanted the time. So which means you can say time is distance over speed. What is the distance? Okay, we got the distance is 360. Distance equals 360. What is the speed? It's 80 kilometers per hour. So you put 80. You divide these. Normally, you can just eliminate the zeros here like this. Dividing by 10. Dividing by 2. Dividing by 4. So 2 goes how many times into 9? 4 times. Remainder 1/2. So which means the time is actually 4.5 hours. We're asking here, the time is 4.5 what? Hours. The time is 4.5 hours. So, and obviously the time was given here. John traveled by car at an average speed of 80 kilometers per hour. For how many hours? How many hours? 4.5 hours.
4.5.
Yes.
Isn't it
Question 3. Fill in the missing numbers in the number sequence. This one you must do, you are able to do with your eyes closed. What must be here and what must be there? What do you think?
Let's see. 3, 4, 6, 5. Okay, is the second one 16?
Please come again.
Is the second one 16?
Yes, the second one is 16. The third one?
36?
Well done, 36. So in other words, this is like 1 squared, then it is 2 squared, which is 4, then it is 3 squared, then it is 4 squared, then it is 5 squared, then it is 6 squared. Next. Are numbers in the above number sequence prime numbers, square numbers, or cubic numbers? What do you think? What do you think?
They are. Let's see. Are they cubic numbers?
Please come again.
Cubic numbers?
How do you read this one? What is this?
An exponent.
We read these as x squared. So this is like 1 squared, 2 squared, 3 squared, 4 squared, 5 squared, 6 squared. So these numbers are square numbers. These numbers are what? Square numbers. Next question. What would a cubic number be? Can you give an example of a cubic number? That would be 2 cubed. 3 cubed. So these are like cubic numbers. What is a prime number? Can you give me examples of prime numbers?
So 2, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13.
Please come again. 2.
17. 3.
Yep, I'm listening.
5, 7, 9.
The 9 is not prime.
11.
Why?
Oh, because the number can.
It's divisible by 3. But prime numbers are only divisible by themselves in 1. You get the point?
Yes, sir.
So it will be 11, 13, and so on. Okay, can you now let's look at the next one. This one we did yesterday. Start the following diagram pattern of regular octagons. What is an octagon?
As shape with 8 sides.
Yeah, so it has 8 vertices or 8 sides. Okay, now let's complete this one. The number of polygons. Here there is 1, 2, 3, 4, n polygons. Number of sides, 8, 15, 22. Then 4 has how many and n has how many? Let's get there. So this one has 1. This one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The number of sides are how many here? 8. Then here, how many are they? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So there are 15. Then you come here. They are 22. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, 10, 11, 12. 13, 14, 15. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. There are 22. What do you think are going to be here? How many sides are going to be in the next one you can draw? You can, because you can draw another one.
So 29.
Okay, let's see. How do you know?
So you add 7
Okay, good.
to
You add
every.
7. So if you add 7 is 29. So how many are going to be here in N?
So 36.
Please come again.
36.
No, N is not 5. It's not 5. N, the
Oh,
general one. Is the general one. Anyway, that's 7. The general one. Remember when we said that the general, how did we do the general formula yesterday? The general term. We said whatever you are adding, you put it here. Then you multiply by the position. Then you think about what you can add to get this now, the first one. So if you do 7 times 1, and then what you add to 7 to get 8, what do you add?
is 1.
You get 1, you add 1. So it means that even here it's going to be 7n plus 1. Okay, because if you put 2, what is 7 times 2 plus 1?
It's 50.
7 times 2 plus 1 is what?
Is it 15?
Yeah, it's 15, which is this one, right? Which is this one. Next question, let's look at this one. Okay, let's look at this diagram here. You remember the input-output values and use the given rule. This is the rule to fill in the missing values in the diagram below. Okay, yeah. What is the answer to 3.4? Calculate the value of c cubed plus 12 if c is 3. What's the answer?
Here's the value, 3.
Please come again.
3.3. Oh.
What's the answer?
21.
Okay, first let's do 3.3, please. Because I can see there's 3.3.1, 3.3.2, and 3.3. Okay, what is 3.3.1? What's the answer to 3.3.1? So 7 becomes 11 because if you take 7, 7 it's P. 7 is what? Is P. Then what is 2 times 7?
14.
Minus 3.
11.
Now let's deal with 11. What is 2 times 11?
22.
Minus 3?
19.
19, I agree. So let's look at 3.3.2. There is a number here that you put here and it produces 21. What is the number that must be here? Like the others, there must be a number here that is going to produce 21. What is the number? So and that will be the answer to 3.3.2. Then we're going to put it on the blank here. What is that number?
I forget. T equals 2.
Right. So yeah,
Is
the
the
value
answer
of C cubed plus 12. Okay, we're here. 3.3.2. What number can produce 21? There's an input that is going to have this output.
says it's 15?
15. Let's check. 2 times 15 is what? Is 30.
30.
30 minus 3 is 27. It must be 21. You must give 21. What number is it?
So is it 12?
Let's check. 2 times 12 is what? It's 24.
It's
24 minus 3 is what?
21.
21. So yeah, the number is 12. Okay, 20, when put here, 2 times 20 minus 3 would give us something we're going to write here. What is it? The input is 20, but the output is what?
37.
Let's check. 2 times 20 is 40. 40 minus 3 is what? 37. Calculate the value of C cubed plus 12 if C is 3. What's your answer?
Is it 27?
Okay, let's check because it is C cubed plus 12 plus C is 3. So it's going to be 3. Let me write properly. Right, you have C cubed plus 12. C is 3, which means it is 3 cubed. What is 3 cubed plus 12? It's 27 plus 12, which is 39. Which is 39.
9.
Next. Solve the following equations by inspection. This one, 3.5.1. Solve the following equations by inspection. If you look at 3.5.1, what do you think the answer is?
Is it 6?
Okay, to solve this equation, a couple of things remain important. K over 3 equals 9 over 1. So you cross multiply these. So it is going to be K times 1. Then it's going to become 3 by 9. So the 3 goes with the 9, the K by 1. What is 3 by 9?
27.
27, right? Next question. Now we look at 3.5.2. 3.5.2. What is the answer?
Says it 30.
Okay, how do you solve this one? To solve this one, it's y minus 17. You add 17 and you have 13, you also add 17. So you want to remove the 17, you add 17 on the left and on the right, which means you have y equals, what is 13 plus 17?
30.
Well done, 30. Okay, 3.6.1, write it out your big expression for the following: x increased by 5. What's the answer?
Okay. Bird.
What do you think?
Increased by 5. Isn't it plus 5?
Well done. X increased by 5 is just going to become x plus what? Plus 5. Write a number sentence for the following: 2 times a certain number p decreased by 8 is equal to 12. What do we write? What is the answer?
Is it 2 times p minus 8 equal 12?
Please come again.
Is it 2 times p minus 8 equals 12?
Okay. 2 times a number p decreased by 8 is equal to 12. So it's 2 times a number p decreased by 8 is equal to 12, like this, right? Okay, let's look at the graph. The given graph illustrates the number of hot dogs sold on different school days during 1 week. The number of the hot dogs sold is right. It was like 0 here, and then 10, 20, they were like increasing. The hot dog sales during 1 week. The Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, the days of the school week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. How many hot dogs were sold on Thursday?
So 50.
How many hot dogs were sold on what? On Thursday.
It was 50.
What do you think again?
50.
50. Well
Okay.
done, 50. On which school days did the sales remain constant?
Tuesday and Wednesday.
Please come again.
Tuesday and Wednesday.
Good. Tuesday, Tuesday and Wednesday. Calculate the difference between the number of hot dogs sold on Monday and on Thursday. What is the difference?
Calculate the difference. Monday. It's 10.
Let's check. On Thursday, how many? 50.
50.
On Monday, how many? 40. 50 minus 40, they want the difference, so we subtract, which is what? 10, isn't it? 10, because
Yes,
this
sir.
is Thursday. Thursday is 50. And this is Monday. Question 4, start the triangles marked A, B, C, D. Complete the table below by filling in A, B, C, D. Equilateral triangle, right angle triangle, obtuse angled triangle. Complete the table below by filling in A, B, C, D. Which one is the equilateral triangle? You need to put the letter here. And then, which one is equilateral? Is it A, B, C, or D?
Equilateral. Is it C?
C is equilateral because all the sides are equal. Right angled triangle, which one is it?
B.
B, because it has an angle of 90 degrees. Obtuse angled triangle, which one?
It's a D.
Please come again.
D.
This one is obtuse angled. It's obtuse angled because this one is going to be acute. It's acute angle. Start the diagram below and answer the questions that follow. What kind of angle is angle C?
A acute angle.
Good. Angle C is acute because it's less than 90. What kind of angle is ABC? ABC.
Are they all acute angles?
Please come again.
Are they all acute angles?
Are they all acute angles? That's the good question. Okay, what kind of angle is ABC? Okay, obviously, I mean, by the looks of things, I'm sure this is not drawn to scale, but it looks obtuse. It can potentially be an angle that's large enough because you can draw like this. So this can be like 120 degrees and these can be like 30 degrees, and which is like 150, and then this 30. Something like that. So yeah, it looks like this, which is obtuse. What kind of angle is BDC? BDC, what kind of an angle is it?
Is it a right angle?
Right angle. Well done. It is a right angle. Name the pair of perpendicular line segments. Which line segments are perpendicular here? Name the pair. There are two lines that are perpendicular. What are they?
Is it D and
Please come again.
Is it B, D, and C?
Yeah, it is BD and
C.
BD and AC. BD and what? And AC. BD and AC. Okay, T is the center of the circle. T is the center of the circle. Name the parts of the circle that are listed. P is the center of the circle. Name the parts of the circle that are listed. PQ. What is PQ? What part of the circle is PQ? So you need to name the parts. What is PQ?
PQ is.
Are you able to see PQ? Can you see PQ?
Yes, sir.
What is it called?
Is it a? Let me check.
What do you call the line that passes through the center of a circle?
Is it a?
It is called a diameter.
A diameter.
The diameter is the straight line that passes through, because T is the what? T is the center. T is the what? Is the center. And the line that passes through the center is called the what? The diameter. What is TM called? TM. What is it called?
It's a radius?
It's called a radius, because a radius is from the center to the circumference. It's called a radius. What is PS called? PS.
PS is a chord.
It's called a chord. It is called a chord. What would a line like this be called? This one.
Wait, sir. Isn't it that? Isn't it a
Just
chord?
draw a circle like this and cut like this. What is it called? This line. This line. What is it called? This one.
Is it a tangent?
It's called a secant.
See.
The tangent would be touching the circle at most at one point. And this is called a tangent. Okay, identify each of the figures below. Identify each of the figures below. Figure A is called a what?
A parallel.
Okay, the opposite sides are parallel to each other, and therefore it's called a parallelogram. It's called a parallelogram. What do you call figure B?
Is it
What? Please come again.
a perpendicular?
What do you call a shape like this?
A
What do you call this?
Is it a rhombus?
It's called a kite.
Oh, a
You
kite.
fly a kite with a rope. And you fly the kite. B is called a kite. What about figure C? What do you call figure C?
Is it a rhombus?
Are you able to see C? This one here.
Yes, sir.
Rhombus is like this, but all the sides are equal in a rhombus. There is a rhombus is a special type of a parallelogram. All sides equal. Okay, figure C is called a polygon. It is called a polygon because there's many vertices. What do you call figure D?
So it's a pentagon.
Called a pentagon. Next. In 5, in an equilateral triangle PQ is 23 millimeters complete. QR equals PR equals what? What do you think?
Isn't it equilateral triangle?
What do you think?
Is it 11 millimeters?
Okay, remember that what we are dealing with is an equilateral, so all the sides are equal to each other. So we're dealing with PQR, and already PQ is 23. PQ is what? is 23, and this is 23, and this is 23. So if the equilateral means all the sides are equal. So now if they then come and say QR, what is QR? It's 23. What is PR? It's 23. All of them are 23 because it is equilateral. Okay. It is equilateral that angle P equals angle Q equals angle R equals what? In an equilateral, all the angles are 60 degrees each. 60 degrees each. So which means that the angle P equals angle Q equals angle R, all of them are what? Are 60 degrees each because the triangle is equilateral. Equilateral. Next. Start the diagram below and then answer the questions that follow. What is the length of DF? What is the length of DF? What do you think is the answer?
Of DF, isn't it 4 centimeters?
What do you think it is?
4 centimeters?
Well done. It is 4 centimeters. DF equals 4 centimeters. Okay, if E is 40 degrees, what is the size of angle F? What is the size of angle F?
Isn't it 40 degrees Celsius? I mean, 40 degrees.
It is 40 degrees. Well done. It is exactly 40 degrees. It is F, angle F is actually 40 degrees. Okay, what is angle D?
Says it. Is it? Let's see. Is it 80 degrees?
Okay, this one is 40, and everything must add up to 180. So this plus this is what? Then what
80.
can this one be so that everything is 180? Okay, it's load shedding here. Is load shedding?